Disclaimer: efforts have been made to not to infringe any copyright. If so, it may be brought to the notice for acknowledgement in future editions. No parts of this digital content may be reproduced, stored, or distributed in any or by any means either on paper or electronic media unless authorized. Module 3: Technical, Language and Professional Skills. In this module, we will discuss about technical skills: MS Word, MS Excel, MS Access, typing; language skills: listening, speaking, reading, writing; professional skills: decision making, customer centricity, analytical and critical thinking, teamwork, then attention to details. Technical skills. At the end of this session, you will be able to understand the concept of working with MS Word, understand the concept of working with MS Excel, understand the concept of working with MS Access, learn how to attain typing speed. MS Word. What is MS Word? Microsoft Word is a word processing software package which is used to type letters, reports, and other documents. Features of MS Word. Given below are some of the features of MS Word. Inserting and deleting text. The most common and useful feature of the word processing program is the ability to insert and delete text easily. If you forget a word or you accidentally type a word twice, you can easily insert the forgotten word or delete the extra word. Copying and moving text. Another common feature is the ability to copy or move text from one location to another. Formatting text. Formatting the text changes the look of the document. That is, it changes the font style, font size, text, and background color, and so on. Changing margins and tab stops. One can add margins and tabs and can format text in any style. Finding and replacing text. Any recurring word can be found and replaced in a few quick steps using this option. Checking spelling. The spell check option allows automatic correction and detection of mistakes in a document. Header and footers. The header is a section of the document that appears in the top margin, while the footer is a section of the document that appears in the bottom margin. It consists of important information like page number, title, author name, chapter name, and date. Starting with MS Word. Opening Word. If there is a shortcut to Word on your desktop, double-click the icon and Word will open, or else follow the steps given below. Number 1. Click on the Start button. Number 2. Highlight Programs. Number 3. Highlight Microsoft Office. Number 4. Click on Microsoft Word. Create a new document. In order to create a new document, number 1. Click the File tab and then click New. Number 2. Under Available Template, click Blank Document. Number 3. Click Create. Opening a document. Click the File tab and then click Open. In the left pane of the Open dialog box, click the drive or folder that contains the document. In the right pane of the Open dialog box, open the folder that contains the document that you want. Click the document and then click Open. The title bar. The title bar is a bar located at the top of the window that displays the name of the file being used. For example, as can be seen in the picture below, the title bar gives the name of the program and document currently being edited. The title bar consists of Quick Access Toolbar. The Quick Access Toolbar holds a variety of commands. It is located in the top left of the document above the File and Home tab. You can add or remove command by clicking on the arrow to the right of the Quick Access Toolbar. If you make an error in the document, click on the Undo command and it will undo the last thing you did. Windows Control Buttons. These are the buttons that always appear on the top right corner of the application. These buttons are used to minimize, maximize, restore, move, or close the application. The ribbon. The ribbon is a user interface element which was introduced with Microsoft Office 2007. It combines the menu bar and toolbar into a single floating pane. The ribbon is located at the top of the screen in Office applications such as Access, Excel, PowerPoint, Word, and Outlook. The purpose of the ribbon is to provide quick access to commonly used tasks within each program. The Microsoft Word ribbon includes Home tab, Insert tab, Page Layout tab, Reference tab, Mailing tab, Review tab, View tab. Let's study about them in detail. Home tab. This is the most used tab. It incorporates all text formatting features such as font and paragraph changes. Insert tab. This tab allows you to insert a variety of items into a document from picture, clip art, tables, and headers and footers. Page Layout tab. This tab has commands to adjust page elements such as margins, orientation, inserting columns, page backgrounds, and themes. Reference tab. This tab has commands to use when creating a table of contents and citation page for a paper. It provides you with many simple solutions to create these typically difficult to produce documents. Mailing tab. This tab allows you to create documents to help when sending out mailings such as printing envelopes, labels, and processing mail merges. Review tab. This tab allows you to make any changes to your document to address spelling and grammar issues. It also holds the track changes feature which provide people with disability to make notes and visible changes to a document of another person. View tab. This tab allows you to change the view of your document to a different two-page document or zoom. Typing text. In the document, look for a cursor, a blinking vertical line in the upper left corner of the page, which tells you where the content you type will appear on the page. Word waits for you to start typing. If you would like to start typing further down the page, instead of at the very top, press the Enter key on your keyboard until the cursor is where you want to type. When you start typing, the text you type pushes the cursor to the right. If you get to the end of the line, just continue to type. The text and the insertion point will move on to the next line for you. Once you have finished typing your first paragraph, you press the Enter key to go to the next paragraph. If you make a mistake while typing, just press the backspace key to erase the incorrect characters or words appearing on the left of the insertion point. If you want to erase the characters or words appearing on the right side of the cursor, just press the Delete key. Character formatting. Font. A group of characters that have similar appearance. Font attribution. Additions that enhance your font for emphasis. Font size. The size of characters. Typeface. A set of characters with a common style and design. Boldface. A formatting option that makes selected words darker than normal. Italics. Characters that evenly slanted towards the right. Subscript. Text that has been lowered vertical, that is HO2 is in subscripted form. Subscript. Text that has been raised vertically, that is X2 is in subscript form. Underline. A horizontal line that is placed beneath characters. Bulleted list. A list of key points, each preceded with a symbol for emphasis. Modifying fonts. The font group allows you to change your text font style, size, color, and many other elements. In order to format the text, you need to highlight the text you would like to modify. Click on the drop-down arrow of font style and font size and select the changes you would like to make. While text is highlighted, you can also click on the color, bold, italics or underline commands to modify the text even more. Formatting documents includes adjusting line spacing, paragraph formatting, page orientation, inserting bullets or numbers, working with graphics. Let us discuss about it in detail. Adjusting line spacing. The default spacing to 1.15 line spacing and 10 points after each paragraph. The easiest way to change the line spacing for an entire document is to highlight the paragraph or entire document that you want to change the line spacing of. Number 1. On the Home tab, in the paragraph group, click the line spacing. Number 2. Do one of the following. Click the number of line spaces that you want. Click the number of line spaces that you want. For example, click 1.0 to single space with the spacing that is used earlier version of Word. Click 2.0 to double space the selected paragraph. Click 1.15 to single space with the spacing that is used in Word. Click Remove Space before paragraph to remove any additional lines added after each paragraph as a default. Paragraph formatting. Alignment. The way lines of the text are arranged: full left, right, center. Full justified. Lines of the text are both left or right aligned. Left justification. Alignment that allows a document to have an even left side. Right justification. Alignment that allows a document to have an even right side. Center justification. A feature when activated will align the text horizontally on both the sides. Line spacing. The amount of space between lines in a document. Single space, double space, triple space, etc. Page break indicates that the maximum number of lines have been keyed on a page and a new page is beginning. Tab key allows the user to move the cursor a predetermined number of spaces. Paragraph formatting. Page orientation. You can choose either portrait, that is vertical, or landscape, which is horizontal orientation for all or part of your document. To change page orientation, number 1, on the Page Layout tab, in the Page Setup group, click Orientation. Number 2, click Portrait or Landscape. Inserting bullets or numbers. You can quickly add bullets or numbers to existing lines of text, or Word can automatically create lists as you type. By default, if you start a paragraph with an asterisk or a number, Word recognizes that you are typing to start a bulleted or numbered list. If you don't want your text turned into a list, you can click the Autocorrect Options button that appears. Inserting bullets or numbers. Insert bulleted or numbered list. Number 1, click on the area where you would like your list to appear or highlight the text you would like to be in a list. Number 2, go to the Home tab. In the paragraph group, click Bullets or Numbering. Number 3, bullets or numbers will be inserted. Select bullets or numbering style. Select the items that you want to add bullets or numbering to. On the Home tab, in the paragraph group, click the arrow next to the bullets or numbering command. Select the bullet or number format you would like to be inserted. Working with graphics. Inserting shape. You can add one shape to your file or combine multiple shapes to make a drawing or a more complex shape. Available shapes include lines, basic geometry shapes, arrows, equation shapes, flowchart shapes, stars, banners, and callouts. After you add one or more shapes, you can add text, bullets, numbering, and quick styles to them. On the Insert tab, in the Illustrations group, click Shapes. A drop-down menu will appear. Click the shape that you want. Click anywhere in the document and then drag to place the shape. Delete shapes. If you decide you no longer want the shape in your document, then click on the shape and then press Delete. Inserting text box. A text box is an object that lets you put and type text anywhere in your file. On the Insert tab, in the text group, click Text box and drop-down menu will appear. Click on the text box template or click Draw Text Box at the bottom of the drop-down menu to draw your own text box. If you want to draw your text box, you need to click on the document and then drag to draw the text box of the size that you want. To add text to the text box, click inside the text box and then type or paste text. To format text in the text box, select the text and then use the formatting options in the Font group on the Home tab. To position the text box, click it and then when the pointer becomes an arrow, drag the text box to a new location. Word art. Word art can be used to add special text effects to your document. For example, you can stretch a title, skew text, make text fit a preset shape, or apply a gradient fill. To add word art to text in your document, complete the following steps. Number 1. On the Insert tab, in the text group, click Word Art. Number 2. A drop-down menu will appear. Click the word style that you want. Number 3. A text box will appear with the words Enter your text here. Enter your text. Insert clip art. On the Insert tab, in the Illustration group, click Clip Art. A clip art task pane will appear on the right of your screen In the search box, type a word or phrase that describes the clip art that you want. Click Go. In the list of the result, double-click on the clip art to insert it into your document. Insert picture from file. In order to insert a picture saved in your computer, follow the steps given below. Number 1. Click where you want to insert the picture in your document. Number 2. On the Insert tab in the Illustrations group, click Picture. Number 3. Locate the picture that you want to insert. For example, you might have picture file located in My Documents. Number 4. Double-click the picture that you want to insert. Inserting tables. Tables in a Word file act as an added advantage for document. Tables can be used to create lists or formal text in an organized fashion. Follow the steps given below in order to insert the table in a Word file. Number 1. Click where you want to insert a table. Number 2. On the Insert tab in the Tables group, click Table. Number 3. A drop-down box will appear. Click and hold your mouse and then drag to select the number of rows and columns that you want inserted in your document. You will see your table appearing in your document as you drag on the grid. Number 4. Once you have highlighted the rows and columns you would like, let go with your mouse and the table will be in your document. Add rows and column to table. In order to add row column to your table, you need to click on the table. Under Table Tools, go to the Layout tab. Click on Insert above and Insert or Insert below to add row. Click on Insert left or Insert right to insert a column. Click on Delete to remove a column, row or cell. Delete a table. In order to add row column to the table, you need to, number 1, reset the pointer on the table until the Table Move handle appears and then click on the Table Move handle. Press backspace on your keyboard in order to delete a table. Delete table contents. You can delete the contents of a cell, a row, a column or the whole table. When you delete the contents of the table rows or column remains in your document. Header, footers and page numbers. You can add headers, footers and page numbers using numerous ways. The simplest way is to double-click on the top or bottom of the page and the header and the footer area will appear. Enter the text you wish to be displayed at the top or bottom of every page. Add page numbers. If you want a page number on each page, you can quickly add a page number from the gallery. On the Insert tab in the Header and Footer group, click Page Number. Click the page number location that you want. In the gallery, scroll through the options and then click the page number format that you want. To return to the body of your document, click out where you have the Put Page Number. Close Header and Footer on the Design tab under Header and Footer Tools. Add header or footer. On the Insert tab in the Header and Footer group, click Header or Footer. Click on the header or footer that you want to add in your document and your header or footer area will open. Type text in the header or footer area. To return to the body of the document, click Close Header and Footer on the Design tab under Header and Footer Tools. Remove page numbers, headers and footers. In order to remove page numbers, headers and footers, you need to click on the header, footer or page number command. A drop-down menu will appear. Click Remove at the bottom of the menu. Using the spell check feature. As you type your document, red wavy line will appear under any word that is spelled incorrectly. The fastest way to fix spelling errors is to put your cursor over the misspelled word and right-click. A drop-down box will appear with correct spellings of the word. Highlight and left-click of the word that you want to replace the incorrect word with. To complete a more comprehensive spelling and grammar check, you can use the Spelling and Grammar feature. Click on the Review tab, click on the Spelling and Grammar command, a blue check mark with ABC above it. A spelling and grammar box will appear. You can correct any spelling or grammar issue within the box. Save a document. To save a document in the format used by Word, do the following. Click on File tab, click Save As. In the file name box and enter the name for your document. Click Save. Print Preview. Print Preview automatically displays when you click on the Print tab. Whenever you make a change to a printed related setting, the preview is automatically updated. Click the File tab and then click Print. To go back to your document, click the File tab. A preview of your document automatically appears. To view each page, click the arrows below the preview. Print. Print tab is the place to go to make sure you are printing what you want. Click the File tab. Click the Print command to print a document. MS Excel. What is MS Excel? MS Excel is a spreadsheet that allows you to store, manipulate, and analyze data in organized workbooks for home and business tasks. MS Excel has many additional features and tools that are not available in MS Word. Like MS Word, MS Excel also consists of ribbon, which comprises of all the commands you need in order to do common tasks. The ribbon. The ribbon consists of various tabs, which are Home tab, Insert tab, Page Layout tab, Formula tab, Data tab, Review tab, View tab. Let's study about them in detail. The tab is one which is used the most. It incorporates all text and self-formatting features such as font and paragraph changes. The Home tab also includes basic spreadsheet formatting elements such as text wrap, merging cells, and cell style. Insert tab. This tab allows you to insert a variety of items into a document like pictures, clip art, shapes, headers and footers, charts, text boxes, and special symbols. Page Layout tab. This tab has commands to adjust page such as margins, orientation, and themes. Formula tabs. This tab has commands which are to be used when creating formulas. This tab holds an immense function like library which can assist when creating any formula or function in your spreadsheet. Data tab. This tab allows you to modify worksheets with large amounts of data by sorting and filtering as well as analyzing and grouping data. Review tab. This tab allows you to correct spelling and grammar issues as well as set up security options. It also provides the track changes and notes features, providing the ability to make notes and changes to someone's document. View tab. This tab allows you to change the view of your document, including freezing or splitting panes, viewing grid lines, and hiding cells. Components in the workbook. The components of the workbook are name box, formula box, row, column worksheet. Let us discuss about it in detail. Components in a workbook. Name box. The name box tells you the location or the name of the selected cell. In the image here, cell B4 is in the name box. Note, cell B4 is where column B and row 4 intersect. Formula bar. In the formula bar, you can enter or edit data, a formula or a function that will appear in a specific cell. In the insert below, cell C1 is selected and 1984 is entered into the formula bar. Note how the data appears in both of the formula bar and in cell C1. Row. A row is a group of cells that runs from left of the page to the right. In the Excel, rows are identified by numbers. Row 15 is selected in the image below. Column. Column is a group of cells that runs from the top of the page to the bottom. In Excel, columns are identified by letters. Column L is selected in the image below. Worksheets. Excel files are called workbooks. Each workbook holds one or more worksheets, also known as spreadsheets. 3 worksheets appear by default when you open an Excel workbook. You can rename, add, and delete worksheets. Opening Excel. Let us now learn about the steps needed to create an Excel document. If there is a shortcut to Excel on your desktop, double-click on the icon and Excel will open, or else follow the steps given below. Click on the Start button, highlight Programs, highlight Microsoft Office, click on Microsoft Excel. Create a new workbook. In order to create a new workbook, click on the File tab and then click New. Under Available Template, double-click Blank Workbook or click Create. Find and apply a template. Excel allows you to apply built-in templates. To find a template in Excel, do the following. Number 1. Open the File tab, click New. Number 2. Under Available Templates, do the following. To reuse a template that you have recently used, click Recent Templates. Click the template that you want and then click Create. To use your own template that you already have installed, click My Template, select the template that you want and then click OK. To find template on office.com, under office.com templates, click a template category, select the template that you want and then click Download to download the template from office.com to your computer. Once you click on the template you like, it will open on your screen as a new document. Working with Excel. One needs to know the basic ways to work with cells and cell content in Excel to be able to use it to calculate, analyze, and organize data. So let us learn how to select cells, insert content, and delete cells and cell content. The cell. Each rectangle in a worksheet is called a cell. A cell is the intersection of a row and a column. Each cell has a name or a cell address based on which column and row it intersects. The cell address of the selected cell appears in the name box. Here you can see that D4 is selected. Cell content. Each cell can contain its own text, formatting, comments, formulas, and functions. Text. Cells can contain letters, numbers, and dates. Formatting attributes. Cell can contain formatting attributes that change the way letters, numbers, dates are displayed. For example, dates can be formatted as DD, YY or DD, YY. Comments. Cell can contain comments from multiple examples. Sum bracket cell 1, comma cell 2 bracket close is the formula that can add the value in multiple cells. Inserting content. In order to insert content, you need to number 1. Click on the cell to select it. Number 2. Enter content into the selected cell using your keyboard. The content appears in the cell and in the formula bar. You can also enter or edit cell content from the formula bar. Deleting content within cells. In order to delete content within the cell, you need to number 1. Select the cells containing content you want to delete. Number 2. Click on the Clear command on the ribbon. A dialog box will appear. Number 3. Select Clear Contents. Deleting cells. In order to delete cell, you need to number 1. Select the cells you want to delete. Number 2. Choose the Delete command from the ribbon. Cut, copy and paste data. You can use the cut, copy and paste commands in Microsoft Office Excel to move or copy entire cells on their contents. Move, copy cells. When you move or copy a cell, Excel moves or copies the entire cell, including formulas and their resulting values, cell formats, and comments. Number 1. Select the cells that you want to move or copy. Number 2. On the Home tab in the Clipboard group, do one of the following. To move cell, click Cut. To copy cell, click Copy. Number 3. Click in the center of the cell you would like to paste the information in. Number 4. On the Home tab in the Clipboard group, click Paste. Column width and row height. On a worksheet, you can specify a column width of 0 to 255 and a row height of 0 to 409. This value represents the number of characters that can be displayed in a cell that is formatted with the standard font. The default column width is 8.43 characters and the default row height is 12.75 points. If a column row has a width of 0, it is hidden. Set column rows width height. You need to follow the steps given below in order to set columns rows width height. Number 1. Select the columns or rows that you want to change. Number 2. On the Home tab in the cell groups, click Format. Number 3. Under Cell Size, click Column Width or Row Height. Number 4. A column width or row height box will appear. Number 5. In the column width or row box or row height box, type the value that you want your column or row size to depict. Set columns rows. In order to apply column rows width height changes to entire document, you need to click the Select All button. Double click on any area of the boundary between two column row headings. All columns rows in the entire worksheet will be changed to the new size. In order to change the width of one column row, place your cursor on the line between two rows or columns. A symbol that looks like a lowercase t with arrows on the horizontal line will appear. Drag the boundary on the right side of the column row heading until the column row is of the width that you want. In order to change the width of one column row, select the column rows that you want to change. Drag the boundary to the right of a selected column row heading. All selected columns rows will become of different sizes. In order to change the width of columns rows to fit contents in the cell, select the columns or rows that you want to change. Double-click the boundary to the right of the selected column row heading. The column row will automatically resize to the length height of the longest, tallest text. Merge or split cells. When you merge two or more adjacent horizontal or vertical cells, the cells become one larger cell that is displayed across the multiple columns or rows. When you merge multiple cells, the contents of only one cell appear in the merged cell. Given below are the steps to be followed in order to merge cell. Number 1. Select two or more adjacent cells that you want to merge. Number 2. On the Home tab in the Alignment group, click Merge and Center. Number 3. The cell will be merged in the row or column and the cell contents will be centered in the merged cell. Merge cells. To merge cells only, click the arrow next to the merge and center and then click Merge Across or Merge Cells. Merge cells. To merge cells only, click the arrow next to the merge and center and then click Merge Across or Merge Cells. Split cells. Number 1. Select the merge cell you want to split. Number 2. To split the merged cell, click Merge and Center. The cell will split and the content of the merged cell will appear in the upper left cell of the range of the split cells. Formatting spreadsheets. To further enhance your spreadsheet, you can format a number of elements such as text, numbers, coloring, or table styles. Wrap text. You can display multiple lines of text inside a cell by wrapping the text. Wrapping text in a cell does not affect other cells. In order to wrap text, number 1, click the cell in which you want to wrap the text. Number 2, on the Home tab in the Alignment group, click Wrap Text. Number 3, the text in your cell will be wrapped. Formatting spreadsheets, cell borders. By using predefined border styles, you can quickly add a border around the cell or ranges of the cell. If predefined cell borders do not meet your needs, you can create a custom border. Apply cell borders. On the worksheet, select the cell or range of cells that you want to add a border to, change the border style on or remove the border from. Go to Home tab in the Font group, click the arrow next to the borders, click on the border style you would like. The border will be applied to the cell or cell range. Remove cell borders. Number 1, go to the Home tab in the Font group. Number 2, click the arrow next to borders. Number 3, click on No Border. Cell and text coloring. You can also modify a variety of cell and text colors manually. Cell fill. Select the cell that you want to apply or remove a fill color from. Go to Home tab in the Font group and select one of the following options. To fill cells with solid color, click the arrow next to the fill color and then under Theme Colors or Standard Colors, click the color that you want. To fill cells with custom color, click the arrow next to the fill color, click More Colors and then in the Color dialog box, select the color that you want. To apply the most recently selected color, click Fill Color. Remove cell fill. Select the cell that contain a fill color or fill pattern. On the Home tab in the Font group, click the arrow next to the fill color and then click No Fill. Text color. Select the cell range of cells, text or characters that you want to format with different text color. On the Home tab in the Front group, select one of the following options. To apply the most recently selected text color, click Font Color. To change the text color, click the arrow next to the font color and then under Theme Colors or Standard Colors, click the colors that you want to use. Bold, underline and italics text. In order to bold, underline or italicize the text, you need to follow the steps given below. Select the cell, range of cells or text. Go to Home tab in the Font group. Click on the bold, italics or underline commands. The selected command will be applied. Formulas in Excel. Depending on the type of formula that you create, a formula can contain any or all of the following parts. Functions. A function such as pi or sum starts with an equal sign. Cell reference. You can refer to the data in worksheet cells by including cell reference in the formula. For example, the cell reference A2 returns the value of that cell or uses that value in the calculation. Constants. You can also enter constants such as numbers, such as 2 or text values directly into the formula. Operators. Operators are the symbols that are used to specify the type of calculation that you want the formula to perform. Formulas in Excel. Create a formula with cell references. The first cell reference is B3. The color is blue and the cell range has blue border with square corners. The second cell reference is C3. The color is green and the cell ranges has a green border with square corners. To create your formula, create the cell in which you want to enter the formula. In the formula bar at the top of the Excel window that you use, type equals to bracket equals sign bracket close. Click on the first cell you want in the formula. Enter an operator such as plus, comma or apostrophe, asterisk sign. Click on the next cell you want in the formula. Continue step 3 to 5 until the formula is complete. Hit the enter key on your keyboard. Create a formula with cell reference. Use AutoSum. To summarize values quickly, you can also use AutoSum. In order to use AutoSum, you need to select the cell where you would like your formula's solutions to appear. Go to the Home tab in the Editing group. Click AutoSum to sum your numbers or click the arrow next to AutoSum to select a function that you want to apply. Advanced Spreadsheet Modification. Once you have created a basic spreadsheet, there are numerous things you can do to make working with your data easier. Some of these elements are hiding, freezing, or splitting rows. You can also sort and filter data. These features are quite helpful when working with a large amount of data. Hide or display rows and columns. You can hide a row or column by using the hide command or when you change its row height or column's width to 0. You can display it again by using unhide command. You can either unhide specific rows and columns or you can hide all hidden rows and columns at the same time. Hide rows and columns. Given below are the steps to be followed in order to hide rows or columns. Select the rows or columns that you want to hide. On the Home tab in the Cell group, click Format. Under Visibility, point to Hide and Unhide and then click Hide Rows or Hide Columns. Freeze panes. On the worksheet, select the row or column that you want to keep visible when you scroll. On the View tab in the Window group, click the arrow below Freeze panes. Then do one of the following. To lock one row only, click Freeze top row. To lock one column only, click Freeze first row. To lock more than one row or column, or to lock both rows and columns at the same time, click Freeze panes. On the View tab in the Window group, click the arrow below Freeze panes. Click Unfreeze panes. Sorting data. Sorting data is an integral part of data analysis. You might want to arrange a list of names in alphabetical order, compile a list of product inventory levels from highest to lowest, or order rows by colors or icons. Sorting data helps you to quickly visualize and understand your data better. Organize and find the data that you want and ultimately make more effective decisions. Sort data in single column. Select the column of the data in a range of cells. On the Data tab, in the Sort or Filter group, do one of the following. To sort in ascending or smallest to largest order, click Sort A to Z. To sort in descending to largest to smallest order, click Z to A. To reapply a sort after you change the data, click a cell in the range or table and then on the Data tab in the Sort and Filter group, click Reapply. Sort data in multiple columns or rows. You may want to sort by more than one column or row when you have data that you want to group by same value in one column or row and then sort another column or row within that group of equal values. Select the range of cells with 2 or more columns of data. On the Data tab in the Sort and Filter group, click Sort. The Sort dialog box will appear. Under Column in the Sort box, In the Sort By box, select the first column that you want to sort. Under Sort On, select the type of sort. To sort by text, number or date and time, select values. To sort by format, select cell, color, font color or cell icon. Under order, select how you want to sort. For text values, select A to Z or Z to A. For number values, select smallest to largest or largest to smallest. For date or time values, select oldest to new or newest to oldest. To sort based on custom list, select custom list. To add another column to sort by, click Add Level and then repeat steps 4 through 6. To copy a column to sort by, select the entry and then click Copy Level. To delete a column to sort by, select the entry and then click Delete Level. To change the order in which the columns are sorted, select an entry and then click the page up and down arrow to change the order. To reapply a sort after you change the data, click a cell in the range or table and then on the Data tab in the Sort and Filter group, click Reapply. Using filter. When working on a worksheet with many rows of data, it can be difficult to view and analyze the data easily. Filtering is a quick and easy way to find and work with a subset of data in an Excel range. Filters enable you to quickly find all the entries for a particular item, example an employee name or a product in a large worksheet. Unlike sorting, filtering does not rearrange your data. It simply hides the rows you don't want. Preparing to filter. Ensure the data in your worksheet is neat and tidy and you will find filtering easy. Use the following guidelines to prepare your data. Use headings. The top row of each column should have a heading. Don't mix the data. The data in a column should all be of same type. Don't mix text and numbers. Don't interrupt. Don't have blank row or columns. Individual blank cells are okay. Keep separate. The data to be filtered should be in its own worksheet, if not separated from the other data with a blank row or column. Filtering with auto filters. The auto filter feature in Excel provides a quick way of creating a filter. Filtering text. To use auto filter, click in a cell containing a text data item. Then on the Data tab, select Filter. Filter arrows will appear next to each column heading. To begin filtering, click on the down arrow next to the column heading. Excel displays a list of options as well as all the items in the column. To see the data or just one item either, remove the text from the items you do not wish to see or choose the text filters equals and type the text item for which you want to see the data in the box that appears. All the other rows on the worksheet will be hidden. You can continue to refine your data by filtering on other columns. Using spell check feature. Excel does not have the same spell check feature as Word. To complete a spelling and grammar check, you need to use the following step. You need to use the spelling and grammar feature. Click on the Review tab. Click on the Spelling and Grammar command, a blue check mark with ABC above it. A spelling and grammar box will appear. Correct any spelling or grammar issue with the help of the box. Save a spreadsheet. To save a document in a format used by Excel, do the following. Click the File tab, click Save As. In the file name box, enter the name of the document, click Save. Print Preview. Print Preview automatically displays when you click on the Print tab. Whenever you make a change to print related setting, the preview is automatically updated. Click the File tab and then click Print. To go back to the document, click the File tab. A preview of your document automatically appears. To view each page, click the arrows below the preview. Print a worksheet. Click the worksheet or select the worksheets that you want to print. Click File. Click Print. Once you are on the print screen, you can select printing options. To change the printer, click the drop-down box under Printer and select the printer that you want. To make page setup changes, including changing page orientation, paper size, and paper margins, select the options that you want under Settings. To scale the entire worksheet to fit on a single printed page, under Settings, click the option that you want in the Scale Options drop-down box. To print the specific information, select Print Active Sheets or Print Entire Workbook. Click Print. MS Access. MS Access is a relational database management system (RDBMS) designed primarily for home or small business usage. Microsoft or MS Access is a software package that is installed just like any other software package and is bundled as part of Microsoft Office. The benefits of using Access as compared with using Excel spreadsheet depends on what you want to do with the data that you have been storing and how much data you intend to store. Excel may be fine if you have only got a small amount of data and if you don't have many attributes against each piece of data. It may be fine if you don't have much in a way of relational data across multiple worksheets. Once you start storing many attributes against each piece of data, or if you find yourself repeating information across multiple worksheets, then it's time to start using Access. Creating a database. You may notice that whenever you start Microsoft Access, you see the following screen. In this case, you can simply select Blank Database. If you already have Access open, you can go to the File menu and click on New Database. Choose Blank Database. Skip this step if you already choose Blank Database at step 1. You also have the ability to choose from the template, but we will just use a blank database here. Choose the location to save the database. Your new database. Once you have completed the above task, you should see the blank database like this. We know this database is blank because it doesn't have any table. If it did, you would see these tables in the middle pane of the Table tab. Note that we have our blank database. We can start adding some tables. Design View. Design View enables you to create your database tables and specify the columns and their data types, etc. Ensuring you have your blank database open and you are on the following screen. With the Tables tab selected, click New. Select Design View and click OK. Fill out the details in the field name column and the data type column. Here, we are creating the column names and specifying the type of data that can be entered into the row. Click the Save icon, enter the table name, individual, and click OK. When prompted to set a primary key, click Yes. A primary key ensures that the data is in the column is unique. No two values can be the same. This is important for when you need to select or reference data from this column. Primary keys and foreign keys. A primary key is used to uniquely identify each row in a table. It can either be part of the actual record itself, or it can be artificial field, one that has no meaning other than being an identifier of the record. A foreign key is a column or a column that references a column, most often the primary key of another table. The purpose of the foreign key is to ensure referential integrity of the data. In other words, Other values that are supposed to appear in the database are permitted. For example, say we have two tables, a customer table that includes all the customer data and orders table that includes all customers' orders. Business logic requires that all orders must be associated with the customer that is already into the customer table. To enforce this logic, we place a foreign key on the orders table and have it reference the primary key of the customer table. This way, we can ensure that all orders in the orders table are related to the customer in the customer table. In other words, the orders table cannot contain information on a customer that is not in the customer table. The structure of these two tables will be as follows: table customer, table order. In the above example, the customer SID column in the orders table in the foreign key pointing to the SID column in the customer table. Datasheet view. You have now created a database table called individual. You can now switch between design view and datasheet view as your wish. Datasheet view allows you to see any data that has been entered into the table. From the view drop-down icon, click datasheet view. This changes the view from design view to database view. You can type directly into the table while it's in datasheet view. Initially, this may seem like the quickest and easiest method, but it is not suitable if you have lots of data or if non-technical users need to enter data. Form. You can set up a form so that non-technical users can enter data into the form. Once they submit the form, the data is automatically inserted into our table. The form could insert data into multiple tables too. Here are the steps involved in creating a form in Access. Ensuring the Form tab is selected, click New. Select Form Wizard and click OK. From now, we'll be using Form Wizard to create a form. Once you become comfortable with creating forms, you can choose another option if you prefer. Form. Select the fields that you need on your form and click Next. Choose which layout you would like your form to use. Leave this at the default, columnar, and click Next. Choose which style you would like your form to use. Leave this at the default, clouds, and click Next. Choose the name to your form and click Finish. Your form will look something like this. Adding a field. If you want to add the individual ID field into the form, select Field List from the View menu. You should now see Field List panel. From this panel, click and drag the field you want onto the form area. When you release the mouse, the field will be added to the form. Rearranging the fields. You might have noticed that the label for our fields appear exactly as the name of the field. You can fix this by simply clicking in the label area and rewording the label. Also, while we are changing the form around, let's move the individual ID field to the top of the form. To move the fields around, click on the edge of the field and hold your mouse down. When you see the cursor turn into a hand, reposition the field to the new location and release the mouse. You can resize a field by clicking the edge and dragging once your cursor turns into a two-headed arrow. Properties. For any element that you select, you can view change its properties. To view the Properties panel, select Properties from the View menu. The Data tab is selected, which shows us the source of the data to populate the text box. The Formatting tab enables us to change the way the field is displayed. Viewing the result. You can always switch back to the form view at any time to see what your form looks like. Typing skills. In order to develop typing skills, one should be familiar with the computer keyboard. A computer keyboard has alphabetic, numeric, function, and other special keys. The keys on the computer keyboards are often classified as follows: alphanumeric keys, letters and numbers; punctuation keys, comma, period, semicolon, and so on; special keys, function keys, control keys, arrow keys, caps lock key, and so on. Tips to be kept in mind while typing. Always make use of both the hands while typing. Keep your fingers as close to the keyboard as possible as it helps in typing fast. Some special keys and their uses on the keyboard. Home. Move to the start of the current line. End. Move to the end of the current line. Up. Move up in a single line. Down. Move down to the single line. Left. Move left one character. Right. Move right one character. Enter. Start a new paragraph. Insert. Replace the text. Tab. Move the cursor to the next tab stop. Shift. Shift the character from small to capital and vice versa. Delete. Erase the character to the right of the cursor. Backspace. Erase the character to the left of the cursor. Control plus up. Scroll up one paragraph. Control plus down. Scroll down one paragraph. Control plus left. Move left one word. Control plus right. Move right one word. Language skills. At the end of this session, you will be able to understand about listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. Implement listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. Reading skills. What is reading skills? Reading refers to the specific abilities that enables a person to read with independence and interact with the message. A data entry operator must have good reading skills, as it will help him to feed data into the system at a faster rate and also maintain the accuracy of data being entered. Below given are 3 techniques for effective reading. Scanning. Scanning is used when you need to look for a specific piece of information in a given text. Once you find the required information, stop reading. Scanning is a fast form of reading that does not pay attention to every detail given in the text. Skimming. Skimming means to pull out the most essential information out of a piece. The most straightforward way to skim a given passage is to read the entire first paragraph, the entire last paragraph, and read the first sentence of each additional paragraph in between. In doing so, you will be able to identify the theme of the passage. Reading for detail. Careful reading or reading for detail is probably the most commonly used reading strategy. This is slower reading process that starts at the beginning of the passage and proceeds to the end. While reading the detail, you should read every sentence, but you should not try to know the exact meaning of each word. Writing skills. Writing is a medium of communication that represents language through the inscription of signs and symbols. Good writing skills allow you to communicate your message with clarity and ease to far large audience and through face-to-face or telephone communication. A data entry operator must have good writing skills, as he will have to write mails, reports, and communicate effectively at work. Professional skills. At the end of this session, you will be able to learn about various professional skills which a data entry operator must possess. Decision making. Decision making is the process of identifying and selecting a course of action to solve a specific problem. As a data entry operator, you need to analyze the data and then feed the data in the system. To operate this function, you need to apply the decision making technique. For this, you need to know the rule-based decision-making processes and how to follow it so that it is easy to make decision. To identify the variation in the data, this will help in managing what is required and not deviating from the standard. To make decision on suitable course of action or response. Problem solving. Problem solving refers to the process of finding out solution for a complex issue. For a data entry operator to work effectively and efficiently, it is necessary to identify and comprehend problems right at the first step. It helps in achieving more work in less time. In order to solve the problem, you need to do the following. Recognize that there is a problem. Identify the problem. Generate alternative solutions. Evaluate the solutions. Choose among the alternative solutions. Implement the chosen solution. Customer centricity. Customer centricity is identifying the best customer by using the customer data in order to better understand and analyze the needs of customer and then focusing on services for the best customer. A customer-centric organization has a strategic commitment to focus every resource of the firm on serving and delighting profitable customers. The goal of the customer-centric organization is to provide a customer with more value. As a data entry operator, you need to operate the data in the system and also you need to deal with the internal customer in the organization. To operate this function effectively, you need to know how to work effectively in a customer-facing environment. The rule-based transactions in line with customer-specific guidelines, procedures, rules, and services level agreements. The way to deliver consistent and reliable service to customers and to build and maintain positive and effective relationships with them. Analytical and critical thinking. Analytical and critical thinking is a process used to think about and evaluate information and reach a conclusion. It means that you shouldn't automatically accept that information is valid, true, applicable, or correct. Instead, you should rather gather evidence, analyze all aspects rationally, objectively, and with an open mind so as to reach your own conclusion. The importance of analytical and critical thinking is that it helps in analyzing the data and activities according to the needs, requirement, and dependencies in order to meet the work requirements and provide relevant information. It helps in providing opinions on work in detailed and constructive way so as to provide solution to different situations. Attention to details. Attention to detail is used to refer to thoroughness in completing a task. A person who pays attention to detail checks every minor detail that are required to complete a whole task. Teamwork. The process of working collaboratively with a group of people in order to achieve a goal is referred to as teamwork. It means that people try to cooperate using their individual skills and provide constructive feedback despite any personal conflicts. The importance of teamwork is that for a data entry operator, it brings in new ideas. It helps in solving problems. It ensures that deadlines are met and there is a high quality work. It helps in building morale. Thank you.